Tiny spaceship.
Hello and welcome to the Tiny Spaceship Flyby for Forza Horizon 3. I'm your pilot Matthew, and joining me today is my co-pilot Kevin.
Hey guys.
Oh man, this game is pretty awesome. Just came out. It's available on Xbox One, Microsoft Store. If you buy it digitally, you actually get it on both platforms. It's developed by Playground Games, and I've actually been having a lot of fun with it. Are you familiar with this series? You've been playing any of these games before?
I played a little bit of Forza in the past, and I'm a very casual kind of race kind of person. The most kind of racing type game I ever got into was Burnout Paradise, which obviously is a much kind of sillier take on the kind of racing genre. But this one's interesting because it has those open world aspects that Paradise had that I really enjoyed, so it's kind of piqued my interest.
Yeah, it is a pretty good casual game. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of different activities, gain different, for different things. You can get points or fans or credits. There's an expansion system. You have these festivals, which are like hub points. You have just fun activities, like right here, for instance, the danger sign. You basically just hit this as fast as you can, and I'm actually going to set a waypoint and start driving over there as we're talking. It's pretty neat system also on the bottom left where you can basically have it set your waypoints for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure why I'm getting this Groove Music error, because I'm not on Groove Music right now, but it has integrated support for that if you're like one of the 6 people that pays for that service. But we're not going to be playing any music right now because of the Content ID system on YouTube, so we just decided to turn that off because it's definitely going to flag any videos we put up with the music on there.
So it has kind of contemporary music that is definitely not for use.
Yeah, I mean, it gets flagged. I did a couple testing codes and stuff. I'm actually running this game on high, by the way, I should say, not on ultra. My PC did auto calibrate for ultra, but with our recording setup and everything, we kind of have to tone it down a little bit to make sure, try to keep it as smooth as possible.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, even in high, this game still looks really, really good, I gotta say. The environments look really beautiful from what I've already seen. It's quite a stunning game, in my opinion.
Yeah, there have been a couple technical issues on PC. I've had the game freeze up on me. I've had things not load. Sometimes when I start a race, the world will disappear for a second. But here we go. Here's the danger sign, so I hit this.
You have arrived at your destination.
It's hard to tell. I'm in first person, so yeah, jumped over.
Okay, very cool. And so
that's
those,
my new personal best.
So I noticed that. Well, I gotta ask. So I noticed that, are those actual players right there? Because I noticed they had kind of like names above their cars.
So this game has a system called Drivatars.
Mm-hmm.
So those are people on my my friends list.
Okay.
And I just beeped at them, right? So see how they turn orange?
Yeah.
They're now in a convoy with me. So they'll go around with me, and so I don't really understand the whole point of that, to be honest, because I think you get more points, and there is actually, let's go check. I've got some points to spend here.
Okay.
There's skills, right? So I've been saving up some points because I wanted to get this one here, so you can fast travel anywhere. So
for
actually,
free?
I still don't have enough for that though. Actually, yeah, because you could just be able to fast travel to. So I already have fast travel to my festival, so maybe it's just for free. I'm guessing that's what it is, because you do have to pay like 7,000 credits.
Okay, but these are all unlocked through XP points? Is that what that is?
Right, yeah. And, well, yeah, you have, like... Actually, I'm not... So that's the thing. I'm not really 100% sure, because as you go, you do have, like, there's a star that, like, will... at the top of your screen that fills in. And every time you fill it in, you get a point. But I think that actually is separate from your actual level.
Okay.
But, so here we go. See right here, 10% more while in a convoy.
Oh,
Yeah, so...
And so what do they do when they're in your convoy? Do they just follow you?
They drive around. They sometimes get in front of you. Mostly they just get in the way.
If you enter a race with a convoy, will they be there in the race?
You can actually race the convoy.
Okay.
But the funny part is, like, especially in the Outback, you literally can just drive directly at the finish line. They're following roads, and you're just going all over the terrain. You can get there every time you beat them. I got a couple wheel spins, so I'm going to go ahead and do those.
Everyone loves a good crate unboxing, basically.
Yep. And
Every game's got to have one. How do you unlock these wheel spins?
They just happen. It's based on, I think every time you level up, actually, you get one. But I just have been saving them up. I haven't really been doing them. But I've only won one car. It's almost always credits, and credits are kind of, oh, here we go.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
The Lamborghini Jalpa. Of course, the famous Jalpa.
Oh, yes. Everyone loves that car. The thing that's funny, too, is like when people do these spins themselves, like if they had that same car, they would see in the corner that actually got it. It tells you if someone has gotten the prize.
Huh.
So here's one of the things you can do here is a bucket list.
Okay. So are all of this content, is this fixed in the game, or are any of these user created?
There are some user created things you can do. There's blueprints. So, and you can set it up, everything, the music, every aspect of it. So this one's pretty straightforward here. You have to try to reach a certain max speed, right? So the secret here, spoilers, is to back up. So I'm gonna and this is a very skillful bucket list.
And I like the 2001 Space Odyssey theme.
Yep.
Yeah, this looks very challenging, admittedly.
I'm holding the right trigger all the way down.
Okay, and you're not moving the thumbstick, right?
I mean, I can move this one.
Oh, okay. Oh, God. This seems like a
250 miles per hour.
Very
barely
uninspired
made
bucket
it.
list.
Yeah, so that's yeah, I think that one's, hopefully that was listed as easy. Let's take a look at the leaderboards real quick here. So some people actually didn't make it. I guess they didn't know the trick. They just have to, back up.
I mean, that is a very advanced strategy. I don't think most players would really fully utilize that.
Oh, look at this one though.
So there's no cheating in this. Oh, no, I mean, obviously that guy just backed up a little bit more.
No, he backed up much further than I did, obviously. So I wish I could see how they did this, because like that's something fishy going on.
Oh, jeez. So it looks like there is a day-night cycle in the game, or was this just made for a nighttime? Was this bucket list designed to be played at night?
This bucket list changed the time of day to night. In fact, when we get out of it, there we go. I just leveled up.
Okay.
And I got another spin. So.
Oh my gosh! Every game has to have this kind of pseudo gambling.
Oh please! Oh
my gosh!
Oh my god! Okay. That's.
Horizon editions don't exist anywhere else on Earth. They're custom built for the festival, and you'll earn bonuses whenever you're behind the wheel.
That's pretty cool, actually. I'm down with that one.
Why don't we go jump into that car then?
I'll have it delivered to me. I'm not.
Oh, fancy. Okay. Hey, sorry, I didn't realize that you were that important that you could just have cars delivered to you.
Oh yeah, man.
Do they drop out of the sky like Just Cause 3?
No.
Okay.
I mean, maybe they show that off screen, but I haven't seen it.
Kind of disappointing, but understandable.
So you can just take a look at some of my cars. Here's the Warthog,
Oh, of course,
it's very realistic.
Yeah, and so you can just point your camera forward and
look at this one.
Oh, a little
Tiny
sponsorship
spaceship.
deal.
Yeah, it took me about, probably like an hour to make that. More than it should have.
I have an honest question. Why did we sponsor such a shitty car?
It's all we could afford.
That's fair. That is.
That
times
car,
are tough.
you can upgrade. You can update it. It could be good.
I would bet it's not, but it could be.
So the day-night thing's kind of funny because like there is day-night cycle. There's weather. That event changed it to nighttime for me. I've had it opposite. Like I was riding on a freeway and it was nighttime. It looked awesome, and I did an event, and it was daytime. I was like, oh, all right. So what we can do here, I want to show off one of these epic races because they have these showcase races, they call them.
Okay.
And I've done 3 of them. I think there's 4 or 5 total. Mm-hmm. Some of them are way worse than others. This one is pretty good, so let's do that.
All right.
Should we drive there or should I fast travel?
I mean, we could drive and we could talk about aspects of the game on the way. I don't see why not. I mean, it's a game about driving. Okay. Surely we'll drive.
Well, the only thing is there's not a lot to do on the way there, so we could... I could fast travel there, and then we can do some stuff in that area.
Okay.
Let me fast travel there.
You know the game, so 6,000 credits. My God.
Really nothing though. They just handing out credits like crazy. I've never really run into a problem. I haven't really bought any super expensive cars though. So I typically race from the cockpit. Some of the cars are better than others, but even you'll notice like the sound of the car changes.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And the sound design's been pretty cool as far as the... I guess I'm not going to get rid of this
really
this groove music error, so that's going to be a thing.
That's unfortunate, but I mean, you know, it's very important for, like you said, those 6 groove music users out there.
Yeah, I would have liked to have, I guess you can, you know, on a PC, obviously you can do whatever you want. You just have Spotify or whatever. Oh my god, this car.
Seems like it's got more power than sense.
Oh my lord. Yeah, it's not good for off-road. Seems
feather the throttle.
That's an arcade racing game, man. I don't have to feather nothing.
I wonder if, what kind of a race is this showcase race?
It's an off-road race, I believe.
So this car's gonna...
Well, they always put you in a car. And that was part of the reason why one of them was bad. It's like the car... I'm actually kind of glad it happened because I wanted to buy the car. It was it's an extreme off-road vehicle. It looked really cool. But it was slow. It was super slow. And it just was not fun to drive, so...
Okay, so this is the showcase race of Forza Horizon.
Yep, this is one of the first ones you do.
Okay. And what is this? Just unlock fans and stuff like that?
Yeah, it gives you a big boost in everything, really. Okay. I don't know that you can lose them, though, because I think they kind of cheat. It feels like it's just always like right down to the wire every time.
Okay, so there's a helicopter, it would appear.
I'm going to race this Jeep.
Okay. Oh, the Jeep being dangled from the helicopter. This does not seem fair.
Well, he doesn't know that pro strat about going in a straight line, so I'll have a fighting chance.
Okay, okay. Interesting. And can you change at will from first to third person, all the different views? Yeah. Or are you locked in? Okay.
I mean, I'll race like this a little bit. I tend to oversteer from this view because, you know, the camera's not pointing where your car is pointing exactly.
Sure, it kind of follows like with a little bit of latency, like most third chase cameras do.
Yeah, I'm getting a little better because I've been starting to do it. There's certain cars that I would like to drive, but the first person in them is really bad. So
I like how the wires on what are holding up the Jeep, they look very non-straight. Very wavy. But so far it seems like he's kind of kicking your ass.
Well, I mean, it's always like this. I've done this a couple times just to see. I should throw it. I should actually throw it one of these times just to see what happens. But...
Well, I mean, you haven't made any mistakes yet, because it seems like if you make one mistake, you're probably screwed.
We'll find out.
Oh
okay.
No!
Well, I made a mistake. I think I'll be okay.
Oh, okay, so you're a Time Lord in this game.
Yep. You can save scum live during the race.
So you can just rewind in any game?
Yeah, you can rewind at any time. Not online, of course. Oh, well, so that was real bad, but... Yeah, I'm going to rewind that. I don't want to lose this just for the sake of the FlyBy. But, yeah. Well, see, I got to go back one more because I don't know where I was at in that. So the game has a really cool, like, dynamic difficulty system. Mm-hmm. So you can actually turn off that rewind. You can turn off the ability to do that, and you get a credit boost.
Huh.
So David actually plays with that off. I guess he doesn't want to be tempted. But I tend to like... I have it on because... For one, like, if I'm just driving around the world and I smash up my windshield, I hate that. I don't like driving around with a smashed windshield. So I'll just rewind if that happens. And also, if there's, like, there's something in the race that is really annoying. Like, there was one point-to-point race where you have to go off-road. You have to go through a bunch of trees. And if you hit a tree, certain trees, you come to a dead stop. So in order to actually beat that one, it would have been so frustrating to actually do it properly. I just had to rewind. Every time I hit a tree, I just had to rewind and... try to avoid it.
Yeah, when games have like this arbitrary distinction between a tree you can bust through and a tree you can't, it's like, it is just absolutely infuriating. I can't stand when games do that. Grand Theft Auto comes to mind pretty clearly with that issue.
Yeah, like poles will just stop you in an instant.
So, speaking of damage, you know, you mentioned cracked windshields. Is there any other kind of damage? Can you get you might want to look out for that bit there. Oh. So this is basically Top Gear, the game.
Right, exactly. I'm sure at some point I'll be racing skiers down a mountain, or... Okay.
Or getting dysentery in the desert. But about damage, is there any types of damage?
Yeah, you can smash up pretty much the whole car. And the thing is, it's like by default it's cosmetic, but you can actually make it like non-trivial. I almost
So
pulled
you
it
just
up there.
smoked it. Like, so yeah, it seems like, oh man, he sure is beating you, and then as soon as he gets unhooked, it's like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know, they're fun, like, well, sort of. Like, the third one I did was not so great. The second one was alright, so you're racing a train. And the last one I did is you're racing against speedboats. But even though I've done this already, it still gives me credits.
Huh.
You just don't gain any, like, fan reward.
Yeah. So the you told me all those things get smashed up with the damage thing. I'm just curious because I'm always interested about damage sort of simulation in these types of games. Does it actually affect your car's performance in any way?
It can if you choose to have it, and if you do, then you get a credit boost. So anything you turn on like that will give you more credits. In fact, I can show you real quick here.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. Let's see all these different options.
So I have it tried to get me to go to highly skilled, which is like 5% boost, but I was just getting creamed. So like that one was dumb. But you can even it goes as far as assisted steering and braking if you're like.
Wow.
Yeah. Some of the actual Forza games will start with that on in the first race, and then they have you slowly turn things off. You don't have to have the full line either. You can have braking only. I've done that in some games, but since this one has so much off-road stuff, it's easier to lose yourself. So I typically, leave that the way it is. So simulation.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And for rewind, it's actually quite a bit more.
Wow. Yeah.
Experience. Yeah, because that's kind of big. I kind of wish that it would reward you if you had it on, but you didn't use it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work that way. So you can actually gain quite a bit more if you turn this up a lot higher.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of a weird thing. I'm not too sure how I feel. The ability to kind of rewind at any time, it really makes sort of the drive, the race almost inconsequential because you can pretty much perfect it every time you want. But at the same time, that's a player option. If they don't want to use that, they don't have to, and they can even turn it off to kind of get rid of the temptation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play a lot of race games because I'm very casual, and I don't typically, I just never got good enough at knowing how to take turns or this or that to really get specifically good enough. I just kind of like dicking around and having fun. It just kind of seems like the perfect balance for that, I can choose to play that kind of fun, dickish thing, and somebody else can choose to play that simulator.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing about the game. It's like it's a little bit more arcadey, but it's basically just in the way that they scale the difficulty. You can make it pretty much a simulation, but there's still things about this game that's more focused on fun. Like if I were to if I'm going here and I just hit the e-brake, like, oh god, see, I'm getting points at the top. Oh, good job, you did a drift and this and that. Since I smashed, actually, I don't think I got it. But you, even if you're just slamming into stuff, other cars.
Yeah, burnout 100.
I'm gonna rewind. I broke my windshield. It does it in these chunks, so. All right.
That is so interesting.
I do not like this car so far. I'm just not used to it, maybe, but.
It's very fast.
So we're gonna go to a race here, I think. Actually, I'm not even sure what it is.
You discovered a drift zone.
Yeah, I can't do it in this car, but let's just enter this thing. I don't even know what this is.
You
Sure.
have arrived at your destination.
So it's there's different versions, like championships. You do several races and you have points. I've never done rivals. I'm assuming that's just.
Rivals pits you against the rest of the world to post the best times. Curse of being the best, boss. Everyone wants a piece of you.
I'm gonna do this class because that's my car that I like is in that class.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it seems like they reward you for everything, and all those little rewards for burnouts and whatnot, are those just straight credits?
Those go towards. I think that's what actually goes towards the skill points. Actually, now I think about it, it fills in the stars.
Okay.
So is this just a? Oh, it's just okay.
It's a ghost race?
Yeah, apparently. See, I can turn this car without flying off the track.
Yeah, it seems like it's much more. It's got a little bit more weight behind it. Oh, great drift! Awesome
drift. Don't belittle my drifts. I could actually change my name to Drift King, but David already has that one.
How the onboard computer addresses you.
Yeah, my name is Master Chief.
I mean, of course, you have to then drive the Warthog, I would assume.
You know, what I found, a lot of it depends on what the restrictions are. One of them was like heavy vehicles, and the Tesla is mighty heavy, and it's also really good. We should bust that out here for you.
No, I'd like to hear it too, because I got to imagine it's.
So I already beat him, so I don't even have to go any further.
And collect that reward.
All right, well that was easy.
That's more classic Forza too. It seems like the driving mechanics are still really rock solid.
Oh, definitely. The game feels really good. This is like really good for me. I like it a lot. So I could keep going. No thanks, I'm good.
Now this game, it's an Xbox Anywhere title. Is that correct?
Right.
So that means you could play on your account on Windows, unlock things, and then later play on your Xbox, and it would be the same account. It'd be linked. Everything would just automatically transfer.
Yep. So like one of the things I bought it on the computer, downloaded it, and played it here first. But I had a code for the Warthog, but you have to redeem that on the Xbox. Mm-hmm. So I went to the Xbox to install the game because I hadn't downloaded it yet, and it was already there, just waiting. Huh. So I was like, okay, wow, that's crazy. So I went to it and
a little Orwellian.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But I mean, honestly, jokes aside, I actually think that's a really nice feature. I think that's just. I mean, I'm not worried about that. It just seems like something that would just make things easier and less stressful. I noticed this. Does this car have wood grain on it?
Yeah, man. Go green. It's an eco-friendly car. So I figured, why not, have it be made out of wood?
This is incredible.
Then listen to this car. It's silent.
Wow.
The funny thing about this too is that you have like all these upgrades for the car
in 400 yards,
that like don't even make sense, like drivetrain and like things that are not in this car. But
so you see, clearly one of the upgrades is bigger battery, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That is amazing.
Wireless charging. So I figured what we'll do here is head to the city so we see like another environment.
Oh no!
No! It's fine, man. Don't worry about it.
Hey, you didn't smash your windshield, so you're good.
And we can go to the city, see that another environment, and maybe do like one more race.
Yeah.
I'll let you choose the race when we get there.
Okay.
So relaxing, this car.
So can you play this game online with friends? Is there any kind of multiplayer?
Yeah, you can join each other's games and be like basically free roam in the environment together.
Okay.
When we tried it, it actually was not working all that great. I'm gonna do this thing real quick. This it's a scenic.
Better than this.
Okay, sure.
Okay, man.
Yeah, you got it. I agree. It doesn't get any better than seeing a coyote crossing a log falling across a road. I know. I know. Every day I wake up in the morning and I say, "You know what I want to see today? A coyote crossing a log."
In 200 yards, turn right.
That is ridiculously stupid, but I kind of like it.
And that's the dumbest one I've ever seen. They're usually not like that. At least say more than that,
That was the one that they gave the intern. Like, hey, we're going to let you design one of these scenic elements of the game. And he's like, oh, awesome, I have this great idea. Okay, so
I'm recruiting.
And what?
They're in my posse now.
Okay, and your posse does...
They ride around with me.
Okay. Also, loving the clown horn.
Yeah. Okay, we had a little hiccup there. My OBS crashed, so basically I recruited some guys to convoy with me, and when you have people in your convoy, you get more experience. There's other perks you can unlock too. It's just I don't have them yet, but I'm pretty sure they'll help you discover things too. So like if I had convoy with me and I was going to find a barn for a rare car, then I might be able to find it easier with them.
Okay, and you recruit them by just honking your little clown horn?
Yep.
That is incredible.
So I think I'm full though. These guys are not even... But I can race any one of these guys I want, or I can race my convoy.
What does it mean where it says medium on him? What does that mean?
That's his driver tar skill level, effectively. Because these cars, the cars they're driving are cars they own. They might not actually be in them at that point in time. Johnny has this game, and I see him rolling around in a Jigglypuff Audi quite a bit. Oh my god!
Why am I not surprised?
But these convoys, I don't know. I was trying to line up a jump, and when I'd go, like, there'd always be one of them in my way, and look at this crap! Like, Jesus Christ, man!
Can you like dispatch them? Can you get rid of them?
Yeah, you can get rid of them. This is a heavy car.
Yeah, I mean it's just pretty much 90% batteries.
Yep. So I just went through
What was that?
Speed camera. It's one of the publicity stunts. So they give you star ratings on those depending on how fast you go through them.
And so it's like this whole area. It looks like
There's a lot of them, yeah. That's one of the ways they try to give you things to do in between, like driving from point to point.
Keep right.
But now, since I've done a lot of
whoa. That was awesome.
I don't know that, man. Oh shit.
Oh, you got a pretty cool achievement there called threading the needle.
Right.
Very accurate.
In 400 yards.
So here's the one of the other festivals.
Yep.
And in here, you can basically change your car and go into the auctions and things like that.
Turn left.
Yep. I notice it gives these sort of almost burnout-esque rewards when you're doing that thing, like narrow misses and stuff.
Yeah,
Oof.
exactly. So
Very cool. I like that.
Let's look at the map here. Let's see. What do you think? Should we do this one here? Sprint race?
Cross City Sprint? Yeah, that sounds good. A sprint race sounds really good.
Okay. I'm going to change my car real quick.
Okay. Probably something a little bit more urban, more kind of nimble.
Yeah, I mean, this car is probably okay, because again, it'll match me up with light cars, but I don't know, we could just go crazy and like use the Warthog.
Do it. I want it.
Alright. I should have put like a camo pattern on this, but this will do. However, this one, so driving in the cockpit on this one, it's okay, but there's a lot of stuff in the way, so I typically go on the hood here. But
Okay.
I'll go third person for this.
That is hilarious that they've decided. You know what? We're just gonna put a warthog in this game.
They actually had it in one of the other Forza games, but it was only in that Auto Vista mode. And it was cool because they actually talked about it as if it was a real thing. They talked about, like, 'cause in that game they had all the dialogue about each different car from Top Gear.
That's fantastic.
It was, it's been a long time coming.
The car is a tank. It is massive.
It's pretty good too. It's one of the best off-road vehicles I've seen.
It's fast as hell for how big it is.
Yeah, there's actually an explanation as to why the back wheels don't turn. They said it's like a speed variance or something. But you see, like, actually some of the cars around me, like, they're kind of like my style now.
Yeah, I've noticed that. A lot of bigger, heavier cars.
Yeah. And one of the things I thought was weird is you have to slow down to, like, engage the races.
You have arrived at your destination.
Let's do exhibition. So, yeah, here's the one that basically my car will... I've got two cars that'll do it. But this one is the one.
And so this is no laps, just from point A to point B, a sprint.
Right. And you get there's like a percentage. So we're going to have these off-road vehicles in the city. This makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah, of course. This is perfect.
But the funniest thing is, like I said, they had that one where it was a super heavyweight, and it was like stuff like this, all these cars here, but then the Tesla was part of it just because it's so heavy. And it's a Tesla with ludicrous mode, which is a real mode for the car. That, like, basically, it's like custom firmware for a car.
Does it make you go plaid?
Yeah, of course.
Let's see how much we date ourselves with that reference. Now, is the driving mechanics in this game, are they a little more... I mean, I know that you can set on a lot of assists and things like that, but even if you were to turn them all off, it kind of seems like maybe this is a little bit more arcadey than the other Forzas have been.
So it's hard to get a feel for that. So I did play a lot of the old Forza games, but I think it's basically just the difference between simulation driving and normal driving.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. But because who knows where the starting point is, right? Like, simulation in this game may not be the same as simulation in a proper Forza game.
Okay.
I like how they have the big fans on the back of these cars.
Yeah. Drivatars are so nuts. Like, it's really weird. Like,
It's
I can't wrap my head around. I wonder if they're really accurate or if they're just kind of like throwing everything at the wall, and it just happens that like they're a little different in personality, but they're not really.
When they implemented them, like to be showing up in your races and stuff, it was actually quite crazy because they do mimic your behavior. So like turns, they'll just bump into you and stuff, whereas like traditional AI would brake and you could kind of like force your way in there.
Yeah.
I think he's actually hitting me right now. So you'd see like so Johnny or David said that my drivatar in his game is like always like in first. I'm like the one to beat. So I'd like to think it's pretty accurate. You know, it just captured my skill and puts it in my drivatar. That's why it's such a formidable opponent.
Jeez. I mean, it's definitely very cool. It probably makes single player a little less lonely in a sense, even though you are still alone. I think that's kind of cool. Also, you can play your own game and then come back later in the day and tell your friend, oh hey, by the way, I creamed you today in 20 different races.
Yeah, you can recruit people too for your team, and you'll get like points and stuff if they've recruited you. This probably is better feature for people that have like an active friends list on Xbox. Like I literally couldn't tell you who a lot of these people are. One of the ones, Giant Bombing, that's Jeff Gerstmann. You have a follow feature on Xbox. Since I followed him, he shows up in my game, so I can see what kind of anime-ass car he's driving and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, it's good for the two titans of video game journalism, Giant Bomb and Tiny Spaceship, to be friends and things like that.
Exactly.
Clearly, we're recognized by them just as much as we recognize.
Yeah.
Game recognizes game.
Yeah, hot collaborations on the horizon, I'm sure.
Okay, so is this the first time you've done this one, or have you done this one before?
I've not done this one before.
Okay, so you still get XP, and you got credits, apparently, as well.
Yep. And I get another...
And another wheel spin.
Come on, baby, give me that car.
Bunker Buster won this car.
That's Johnny. That lucky bastard.
Not bad.
Then we get some fans.
I like how there's always just kind of a drone in the background of a lot of these pictures. Like, hey, don't forget, we have a drone in this game.
Yeah, so just a justification for the shot they give you there.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to see here? I think we pretty much covered it.
Honestly, it looks like a really fun game. I'm almost tempted now to go pick it up. I really like the open world aspect of it. I would be way more inclined to play this game if multiplayer worked consistently, and it sounds like there's maybe some problems with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't really think there's that much else to talk about this game. I think we went over customization, all of that. It definitely seems really good. Is there anything else you're dying to show me?
No, can't really think of anything. There's a couple things we didn't go over, different modes and stuff, but it's all variations of things you've seen before. See if I can fly underneath the car. Oh, it disappeared.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I think that'll about do it. So again, this game is out on Windows 10. And it's the Windows 10 store, so you can't buy it on Steam. That might change. Quantum Break was a Windows 10 game that was on Windows Store that came out on Steam just recently. So there's a chance this could come out on Steam.
Oh, I hope that's true. I do not ever want to purchase things on the Windows Store. It's a nightmare application.
Yeah, and this has been okay. Like they've made some upgrades. They used to have problems with VSync and things like that. But
performance has been okay with this game. No,
it's been a little bit like there's a dynamic optimization. I usually have that on, and right now it's on high, but like to be honest, I can't really tell a difference. I can't see a difference between this and Ultra. But there's like lower anti-aliasing, but it all looks pretty good, and it's been smooth enough for me. I haven't really had much problems, except for like the occasional crash here and there. But the game is fairly quick on loading up and all that. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. If you guys want to check it out, it's $59.99. Again, it's published by Microsoft, developed by Playground Games, and check it out. All right. Catch you later.
Thanks so much for watching, guys.
Thanks for joining me.